The following production is protected under copyright law.
Hello and welcome to another production here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The Open Mic Broadcast Network is proud to be the official voice of Waller County Athletics, serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network is a community-based radio station located in Prairie View, Texas. So let us now join today's broadcast.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another live broadcast here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Mike Prince here with you live from the Toyota Center as the Prairie View A&M University Lady Panthers will get ready to go round 3 with the Lady Hornets of Alabama State. Both teams have split throughout the year. We'll get a little bit more about that later on. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with our pregame show right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County Athletics.
Hey, have you heard the news? You can now listen to the Open Mic Broadcast Network on iHeartRadio.
Really? That's tight. How do I do that?
All you have to do is go to the iHeartRadio and download the app and search obn-radio.
Is that it? Wow, even I can do that.
It's really that simple. iHeartRadio and the Open Mic Broadcast Network, a winning combination.
It's basketball season, and you know what that means. Fast breaks, slam dunks, block shots, and game-clinching free throws all captured right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of Waller County Athletics, serving the Waller Bulldogs, the Hempstead Bobcats, the Royal Falcons, and the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. You can catch it all at KTORradio.com or join our listen line at 213-401-0037. This broadcast has been made possible by the support of the Prairie View Athletic Club. The Prairie View Athletic Club is a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University Athletics. For more information on becoming a member of the Prairie View Athletic Club, send your email to pvathletic.club@gmail.com. That email address again is pvathletic.club@gmail.com. Prairie View Athletic Club, a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University Athletics. Another proud supporter of Waller County Athletics is A.J. Leday Independent Insurance Agency. For renter's insurance, auto, home, business, and workers' compensation, contact Aaron Leday at 936-857-9003, or you can dial 713-498-1165. A.J. Leday Independent Insurance Agency, located at 700 University Drive in Prairie View, Texas. The Prairie View A&M University Panther Backers. The Panther Backers are proud supporters of Prairie View Athletics and would like to invite you to their 19th annual Celebrity Golf Tournament, be held Monday, April 28th, 2014 at Cypress Lake Golf Course. Their location is 18700 Cypress Wood Drive in Cypress, Texas, 77429. For more information, dial 713-417-2090.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Mike Prince here with you. We are moments away from our tip-off action between the Lady Panthers and the Lady Hornets in day 3 of the SWAC basketball tournament. Had earlier SWAC play on today. Found a lot of good things happening. Good basketball has been played all the way around. You had some early games on today. Saw Jackson State defeat Mississippi Valley State 74-68 in the women's division. So now Jackson State will advance to take on Texas Southern tomorrow at 12 noon. And then the game shortly following that saw Alabama State and Alcorn State get together on the men's side, and Alabama State was victorious 64-51 over Alcorn, and they will face off against the Texas Southern Tigers tomorrow at 2:30. So the vineyard is now set. The Panthers coming off a huge win on last night, upsetting the Southern Jaguars. So they will await the winner of the nightcap between Arkansas Pine Bluff and Alabama A&M. So now we switch over to the women's side. The women, led by head coach Dawn Brown, she will be in position, I should say, getting the girls ready as they will take on Alabama State Hornets. Now these teams have gotten together. This will be their third time getting together. They both had a split. The Panthers won 58-47 when they went on the road against Alabama State, and they lost at home against Alabama State by the score of 81-78. So they're meeting at a neutral site right now, and we will see how things get ready to go as Coach Dawn Brown and her coaching staff are now entering into the arena. Things are set. The tempo is getting intense, and we are ready to bring you some Panther basketball only like we can here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We are just about in position, ready to get things set up and taken care of. What we're going to do right now, if it's all right with you, we are going to take a break, pay a couple of bills, and we'll be back with more SWAC basketball right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County Athletics.
What if I told you that for $36, you could make a big difference? At $36 a year, you can become a listening partner with the Open Mic Broadcast Network. This annual donation would help us continue the success of our broadcast throughout Waller County. Visit our website at ktorradio.com and become a listening partner today. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Go Caleb! Come on, hit a homer, Jesse!
Let's go, guys!
Hey, did you guys know that kids who play sports earn more money when they grow up?
Of course. I knew that.
Hey, did you guys know that kids who read books have a bigger vocabulary?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Wow, jinx. Did you guys know that friendly children have more friends?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's true, I knew that. Did you guys know that winter babies are better at music?
Everyone knows that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
obvious.
Oh, hey, guys, did you know that most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Huh, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure I knew that.
I'm pretty sure you didn't.
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right car seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
The Southwestern Athletic Conference basketball tournament begins March 11th through the 14th at the Toyota Center located in Houston, Texas. The Prairie View A&M University Panthers will take quest to become the 2014 Southwestern Athletic Conference basketball champions. Catch all the action live right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County Athletics, serving the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. They're about to do the introduction of both teams, but we do have the starting lineups in possession for you. So what we'll do is introduce the starting lineups for the Lady Hornets of Alabama State. Number 5 playing guard will be Tabitha Bradshaw, the junior out of Montgomery, Alabama. Number 12 will be Talia Arlington. She will be playing point guard. She is a senior out of Montgomery, Alabama. Number 24 playing forward, Brittany Wright, freshman, 5'10", out of Detroit, Michigan. You have Quintoria Alfred. She will be at the post position. She's a 6'3" senior out of Atlanta, Georgia. And we have Miss Jamisha Blake. She'll be playing the forward. She's a freshman and she is out of Atlanta, Georgia, wearing number 40. For the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, you will have number 0, Loren Washington, the shooting sensation out of Booker T. Washington. You also have Jeanette Jackson, number 1. She'll be playing the shooting guard as well from Las Vegas, Nevada. Number 3 will be Miss Alexis Parker. Alexis Parker, the 5'10 freshman out of Savannah, Georgia. You have Gabby Scott, will be the redshirt sophomore out of Van Cleve, Mississippi. And number 44, Asha Hampton-Finch, will be in for the forward position. So they are getting things set up and ready. They're going through their motions of getting everybody in position. So what we're going to do is take another break, and when we come back, we'll have some SWAC basketball ready for you for the Lady Panthers as they try to maintain their three-peat, if you will, and make it a four-peat. This is Mike Prince with the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We are moments away from the tip-off, and we will be right back.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cool time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
This is a world of possibilities. A world in which people who put their minds to something can really make a difference.
My goal is to help the environment.
Someday I'll find a cure for cancer.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we believe that aspiring minds can achieve anything. So we dedicate ourselves to making sure everyone has an opportunity to go to college. Each year, we provide more than $150 billion in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference.
Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to do the tip-off. The teams have been introduced. They're out on the floor. The Panthers will be the home team. They're dressed in their home white uniforms with the purple stripes going down the side, trimmed in some old gold. Alabama State in their road black jerseys and shorts with gold numbering trimmed in white. Asha Hamilton Finch, I should say, is there at the post with Miss Alfred, and we are ready to get this game on the way. The ball is tipped and is controlled by the Hornets, going from left to right. Harry getting up, slicing, and getting off the glass, no good. That shot was followed up and good by number 40, Miss Jamisha Blake. So it is quickly 2-0 in favor of the Hornets. Jeanette Jackson at the top of the key, working things around, looks over, and she gets it into the hands of Miss Washington. Washington gets it to the slice, and Jeanette Jackson, who gets it back down low, working is Parker. Parker goes up, loses the ball, and there's a scramble for it on the ground, and a real jump ball. Possession arrow is pointing in favor of the Panthers. So 19-24 in the opening play here, and the Panthers are trailing 2-0. Ready for the inbound, and it is into Miss Washington. She bounces over the Finch. Finch shoots the short jumper. It's no good. Knocked out and saved this time by the Hornets. With possession for the Hornets will be number 5, Tabitha Bradshaw. She works across the timeline. Kicks it over to the side now, setting up the play. Panthers working on the defense. Setting up right now, and still with a left-handed three-pointer. It is no good by Jamisha Blake. Ball was knocked out of bounds. It will be the Panthers' ball. Want to let you know that this game is coming to you live from the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. Inbound is in, and there is quickly traveling violation is called, and it will be possession for the Panthers. Inbounding quickly is Jeanette Jackson. She quickly gets it to Loran Washington. Washington dribbles to the left side, gets it off into the middle to Parker. Parker goes, lays it off the glass. It's no good. The rebound back in the hands of Parker. She's in the far corner, kicks it over, tried to get that in the direction of Jeanette Jackson, and that ball was knocked out of bounds. I'm sorry, that's not Jeanette Jackson. That was Gabby Scott. She was trying to get that too. Gabby Scott wears number 11. Jeanette wears number 1. Both of them wearing the white headbands. So, and they got the hair in the ponytail. So now Jeanette Jackson shoots the 3, and it's good. Jeanette Jackson hitting from downtown. She gets her first mark in tonight's contest, and it is now 3-2 in favor of Prairie View. Working back now are the Hornets. Hornets on the perimeter right now on the far side corner is Bradshaw. Bradshaw gets it over and gets back into the top of the key into Wright. Wright will be called for the foul. So Brittany Wright picks up her first foul on the night, and the Panthers are back in control. Jeanette Jackson working. Got it over into the Parker hand. Asa Finch. Welch, and the shot is no good by Gabby Scott. And going up for the rebound and finally losing control. Gabby Scott regains possession. So we had some stoppage of play. Here's a foul. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Had the media director, Mr. Lewis, come to ask me a question. The free throw line shooting is Jeanette Jackson. Jackson makes the first of her free throw attempt, and she now has 4 points. Second shot is good. So it is now 5-2 in favor of the Panthers. Working, and the Panthers now trapping and getting it across the timeline are the Hornets. Working, going baseline, throws the shot up, and it falls down for Jamisha Blake, the freshman, making her presence felt. Now 5-4 in favor of the Panthers. Washington at the top of the key. She flips it over to Jeanette Jackson. She goes back looking for Finch. Couldn't get her. Finds Parker. Parker loses the handle. I'm sorry, not Parker, but Gabby Scott saved by Finch. She misses the shot. And the rebound is picked up by Daniel Ewert. Coming across, throwing across the timeline, working to the right side. Now at the top of the key, the left-handed three-pointer is in and out, and finally falling back down by Blake. And it makes it 6-5 in favor of Alabama State. Jackson now working to her left at the top of the key, and she is harassed. And there is stoppage of play right now. Bradshaw will be charged with the foul. Want to welcome you. We are live from the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. The Lady Panthers, day one of their SWAC tournament. as they're taking on Alabama State. Washington now gets the inbound, goes baseline, throws that shot up, and she's going to be fouled, and she will go to shoot two. Foul to Miss Brittany Wright. Right now charged with the foul, and at the line will be Loran Washington. Washington will be shooting two. Her first shot is no good. And substitution now. Ewert goes out. Well, Ewert comes in. I'm sorry. Ewert does come in for substitution. Second shot by Washington is good. And it's all tied at 6 apiece. 16:25 now remaining in the first half. And the ball is thrown across the timeline, going with a nice pass. And that ball stuck on the rim. Nakia Smith went to give the line, but the foul was charged against Gabby Scott, against Quintoria Alfred. Alfred will go to shoot two, 16-22. More than likely, our next stoppage of play will be a media timeout. Working things out. The first shot is good for Miss Alfred. She gets her first point of today's contest. Second shot moments away. She gets it, and it rattles in. And it's an 8-6 lead now for Alabama State. Gets the ball across the timeline to Loran Washington. Back, working down now to Finch. Finch kicks it out to Parker. Back up to the top is Jeanette Jackson. The teardrop floater is no good. The rebound is snagged by Blake. And here come the Hornets pushing across the timeline. Losing the handle on it, but regaining control was Arlington. She gets it back. Now she's working. Ewert working down in the post. She gets the pass. Backing down, looking to her left, and Finch comes to help. The shot is no good. Rebound going up by the Hornets, and coming down with it was Quintoria Alfred. She'll be fouled. It is 15:46 in the first half, 8-6. Media timeout. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
In the last 30 years, childhood obesity in America has tripled. Today, 1 in 3 kids is already overweight or obese. This is registered dietitian Melissa Joy Dobbins for the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Good nutrition is key to fighting childhood obesity. These tips can help your child stay healthy. Recruit them to the kitchen. Preparing meals teaches kids about healthy foods like lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and low-fat dairy. Make sure to get 60 minutes of physical activity every day. Make it a family activity. And avoid sugary or caffeinated beverages. Give kids water, low-fat milk, and 100% fruit juices. To keep your whole family healthy, see a registered dietitian and visit www.eatright.org. Encouraging you to eat right, I'm registered dietitian Melissa Joy Dobbins with the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics.
Don't have internet access to listen to the Open Mic Broadcast Network? No problem. Listen to the broadcast from any type of phone anywhere in the country by dialing 213-401-0037. Compliments of Audio Now.
Welcome back. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Had a little mix-up, and we're ready to go. Out of the immediate timeout, Panthers with the ball. Working in now is Gabby Scott. Gabby Scott to the top to Miss Jeanette Jackson, who made the first team all-SWAC, dribbling, doing her thing, gets it in the paint, makes the jumper. That looks like Loran Washington. You got to excuse my angle, ladies and gentlemen. So Loran Washington. That was Jeanette Jackson. I thought it was Jeanette Jackson. The PA announcer said Washington, so I was right. Down low and working, hitting the jumper was Jasmine Peebles. Peebles making the basket. And it is now a 10-8 lead for the Hornets. Working now in the backcourt was Washington. She was fouled by number 34, Brittany Smith. So now Jeanette Jackson gets the ball back in for play. Asha Finch working the high post. Gabby Scott trying to get open, working down the fence, who kicks it out in the corner. And working that pass, couldn't get it. Was Overshine, saved by Washington. Washington goes baseline off the glass, and it's good. Loren Washington has just tied this contest up at 14-22, 10 apiece. Hornets now coming in their road black uniforms, going from my left to right. Working down low now, Ewert goes to the right, throws that shot up, and she was fouled. Don't matter if they're going to say Overshine or was it. And Overshine was charged with the foul. And Ewert will go to the line to shoot 2. Ewert comes in with no points thus far. These will be her first free throw attempt, and she does not make that one work. Alexis Parker and Shamaya Brooks will enter. Asha Finch and Gabby Scott will go out. So some fresh legs for the Panthers as the Panthers are trying to redeem themselves. The last time they faced Alabama State, they lost at home. Second shot is good, and it is a 1-point lead for the Hornets. 11-10 with 14:05. Jackson gets it across the timeline, works it down to Overshine. Overshine get down low to Shamaya Brooks. She gets off the glass. It's no good. The rebound picked up by the Hornets, and they're pushing it down the floor. Coming, stopping, and firing. Missing the three-point was number 11, Nakia Smith, and the Panthers now come with the rebound. Jackson gets it back across the timeline. Spreading it out now, or the Panthers. She's dribbling to her right, swings it back to Loren Washington, who's to her left. Back to Jackson at the right wing, working down low to Brooks. Brooks bounces in between two defenders. The ball was stripped away, and it's finally kicked, diving on the floor and calling for a timeout. Jump ball, and that possession will be in favor of the Hornets because the Panthers got the last tie-up. So substitution now. Going out will be Peebles, and Alford will come back in. Getting the ball working across is Brittany Smith in the backcourt. 13-13, and it's 11-10 in favor of the Hornets. Working to the right side now, throws up the jumper. That ball was partially blocked by Overshine. Smith tried to make that shot. Here comes Jackson. Jackson driving to the lane, throws it up, misses the shot, but she will go to the line to shoot 2 as she was fouled by Ewert. So at 12:48. Oh, they called Janet with the foul. Oh, my. Jeanette Jackson was charged with the charge. Looked like she was fouled, but nevertheless. So the Hornets do have the ball, working it at the baseline. That ball was stolen on the attempted pass, and here come the Panthers. Jeanette Jackson swings it down in the far corner. Going baseline was Overshine. And Overshine will go to the line as Ewert is charged with that foul. She took the charge, and this time she was assessed with the foul. So now comes in Miss Larissa Scott, and what a welcome sight to sore eyes is Larissa Scott. She's been out with a shoulder injury, and she last played against these Hornets. She had a productive night, but she was no good after that. Working now is Larissa Scott. She comes and gets the bank shot from in the middle of the paint, and just like that, she makes her presence felt. Larissa Scott gives the Panthers the lead 12-11 with 12:25 remaining. Working the backcourt now is Smith. Smith at the top of the key, working down to Ewert at the high post. She kicks it back out, and there's another left-handed jumper, no good by Blake. Asa Finch will come in for Larissa Scott. Larissa Scott goes back out after a quick in and out And now here come the Panthers with a 12-10 remaining, 12-11 lead. Washington gets it across the timeline and gets it to the hands now of Parker. And Parker back to Washington. Washington goes baseline, and she ended up getting fouled, as it appears number 30, Quatoria Alford, with the foul. So it is 11:53 remaining. Immediate timeout. The Panthers on top by the score of 12-11. Keep it locked where you got it, and we'll be right back.
This broadcast has been made possible by the support of the Prairie View Athletic Club. The Prairie View Athletic Club is a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics. For more information on becoming a member of the Prairie View Athletic Club, send your email to pvathletic.club@gmail.com. That email address again is pvathletic.club@gmail.com. Prairie View Athletic Club, a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics. Another proud supporter of Waller County Athletics is A.J. Leday Independent Insurance Agency. For renter's insurance, auto, home, business, and workers' compensation, contact Aaron Leday at 936-857-9003. Or you can dial 713-498-1165. A.J. Leday Independent Insurance Agency, located at 700 University Drive in Prairie View, Texas.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Media timeout, 11:53. The Panthers on top by the score of 12-11. Leading scorer for the Panthers is Miss Jeanette Jackson. She has 3 points. You have 2 points by Larissa Scott, 3 points by Lorraine Washington. For the Hornets, you have Blake with 6, 2 by Alfred, and 1 by Ewert. At the line right now will be Miss Lorraine Washington. And I have to my left, who has just graced us with his presence, the athletic director for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, Mr. Ryan McGinty. How you doing, man?
I'm fine, but you said athletic director.
I'm sorry. I did say I'm the sports information director, as the first free throw is good by Lorraine Washington. I'm trying to promote you, man.
Yeah. No comment on it.
No comment. Second shot is good. The Panthers now up 14-11 with 11:50 now remaining. Good defense, and there's going to be a foul called against Parker. We are somewhat in an awkward angle, but we can make it work, because when there's a will, there's a desire. Parker is charged with the foul. So at 11:48, the Panthers still have the lead 14-11. Ewert now at the post, kicking it back out on the left wing, and oh, what a steal that time, knocked out of bounds as the lazy pass by Jamisha Blake was knocked out by Jackson. Micaiah Smith will now enter the game along with Kiera Page for the Hornets. And Miss Page gets the inbound as the Panthers are now working. A little 1-2-2 zone look. Swings to the outside, going to the right baseline. That ball is knocked away, and falling for it and coming up was Lorraine Washington on the backside. Looked like a roach on the back. Call on the back. The timeout was called, and with that being said, the Panthers still have a 14-11 lead. We'll keep it right here, right now, and hear from Mr. Medenti. How you doing, man? What you got going on? You a little?
Well, first of all, I'm not the only one late, as you can see, because the band just made it in also. But secondly, I was looking at that last play with Lorraine, and you notice when we were successful during that winning streak, we had great play from Jeanette Jackson and Lorraine Washington. And now Lorraine is going to be key to our success, because if she plays, Jeanette plays, and it's good to see Larissa Scott back. She's nursing that major shoulder injury. She's playing through the injury, and so if she just gives us 80%, that's better than a lot of teams' 100%.
Well, she came in very briefly and got 2 quick points, and she was able to go back out, and so it was good to see her. So they're going to use her sparingly as we continue play back now. We see Coach Byron Rim. No, that's not look like Byron Rim.
It is. It's Coach
That's
Rim
him. See if we can get him to get up here for an interview. And there's a long jumper, and it is good from downtown by Jeanette Jackson. And the Panthers now have a 6-point lead. We're going to see if you can get a chance to get him over here. And now the Panthers working back on defense. Kicks it back out, shooting the jumper from downtown, and countering was Kiera Page. Kiera Page makes it a 3-point lead for the Panthers, 17-14. Loran Washington now gets it into the hands of Jeanette Jackson. She stops. She fires a three, and it misses. The rebound is picked up by Blake. Blake pushing it down the floor. Gets it over on the right wing, taking a jumper from downtown, and hitting was Nakia Smith. And Smith has now brought the lead to 1 for the Panthers with 10-15, 17-16 Panthers on top.
For us to have success against Alabama State, we have to score, continually score, but also we got to don't allow them to set the offense up because they're a slower team than us.
Shamaya Brooks gets the follow-up basket off Loran Washington's miss, and the Panthers have extended the lead back to 3, 19-16. Dribbling through the defense was Page. She throws that shot up. Rebound by Brooks. Pushing it now into the hands of Jackson. Jackson comes to the paint, tosses it up, and does not get the fall. And it will be a foul assessed against Alabama State. Looks like they are going to assess that one to number 40, Miss Jamisha Blake. And going to the line will be Jeanette Jackson. Always good to see the Panthers penetrating and going to the hole instead of trying to shoot all the jumpers. As she misses that first jumper.
80% free throw shooter.
Yeah, the one, and that's who you want at the free throw line. Larissa Scott goes out. Asha Hampton Finch comes back in. And Parker now trade places with Shamaya Brooks. She's receiving instructions from Coach Brown down on the far end of the court. Second shot on the way, and it is no good. The rebound is by Blake and gets it back into the hands of the Hornets. Pushing it down, or the Hornets working across the long pass, and the three-point attempt by Page is no good. Rebound by the Hornets, and there's a big block by Shamaya Brooks going up against Nakia Smith. She said, not in my house, baby. Might not be at the Baby Dome, but this is going to be our home for now. 9:25 remaining in the first half. Panthers on top, 19-16. This is day 1 for the Lady Panthers, but day 3 of the tournament. And you got to figure it's kind of cold. Sitting in the far corner, hit the set shot, no good. Taking that shot was Page yet again, and the rebound is for the Panthers. Now Washington gets it, slowing it down. 9-13. Washington dribble back behind her back. Rolling to the right elbow. Tosses up to Shamaya Brooks. Works, bounces one time. Misses the shot. The rebound is by the Hornets. Pushing it up the floor, and now it's Page. Page with the long pass. That ball was intercepted. Coming up with it was Shamaya Brooks. And coming up now is Gabby Scott. Gabby Scott tosses that shot up, and the rebound by Brooks, and she banks it in off the glass for the field goal. 21-16 now with 8:41 in the first half of play.
Great to see Brooks getting involved early.
Yes, it is. There's another wide open shot, and they're going to say that was a three-pointer for Nakia Smith. Smith now makes it a 2-point lead for the Panthers, 21-19.
She hurt us last time at Prairie View with her shooting ability, so we had to find a way to defend her because she's the key to their offense.
Yes, sir, she is. Loran Washington goes from the left side. That ball was tapped away. Little sneak attack by Kiera Page. Knocked that ball out of bounds as she was passed up. Larissa Scott will come back in, and Asa Hampton Finch will go out. And what I like, Coach Brown are keeping the girls' legs fresh, and that's always good, especially in this tournament play. You want to have every advantage that you can.
Well, depth is your friend this time of the year.
Yes, sir. So now Jeanette Jackson will get ready to inbound. She gets it into the hands of Brooks. Brooks swings it back out to Parker. Parker to Larissa Scott at the top of the key. Gets it back to Jeanette Jackson. Jeanette Jackson, lost for handle. That should have been a double dribble, but there's a big steal, and Jeanette Jackson recovers the steal, gets it back. She thought about shooting, goes to the paint, tosses it up, no good. Rebound by Lorraine Washington. She pulls it back out.
Slows it down. Slow it down.
Coach McGinty says slow it down over here. 7:45. Lorraine Washington dribbles behind her back, losing her control. Almost called for the travel. She almost slipped. Gets it to Larissa Scott. Larissa Scott on the left elbow area. Parker falls down. It must be slippery on that floor. They're going to have to address that. She tosses a shot up. It is no good, but fouled in her motion. 7:31, 21-19. Panthers on top. And it looks like there is a stoppage of play. There's a media timeout. Panthers on top 21-19 with 7:31 left, and we'll be right back.
What if I told you that for $36, you could make a big difference? At $36 a year, you can become a listening partner with the Open Mic Broadcast Network. This annual donation would help us continue the success of our broadcast throughout Waller County. Visit our website at ktorradio.com and become a listening partner today. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Go Caleb! Come on, hit a homer, Jesse!
Let's go, guys!
Hey, did you guys know that kids who play sports earn more money when they grow up?
Of course. I knew that.
Hey, did you guys know that kids who read books have a bigger vocabulary?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Wow, jinx. Did you guys know that friendly children have more friends?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's true. I knew that. Did you guys know that winter babies are better at music?
Everyone knows that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
obvious.
Oh, hey, guys, did you know that most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Huh, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure I knew that.
I'm pretty sure you didn't.
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right car seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The media timeout is just about done. Miss Parker will be at the line, and what is she looking like so far, Ryan?
Right now, 0 for 1, but with 2 rebounds and no points. But she's a freshman from Savannah, Georgia, who just hit her first free throw and her first point. She's the key, I think.
Yeah, she's definitely the key, and you got to keep mentioning what she's doing wrong so she can do it right. How's it?
She's a freshman. One day she looks like Michael Jordan, the next day she looks like Michael Jordan, the actor. So it goes either way.
Hey, some people like this role, man, especially in the Looney Tunes, I Believe I Can Fly. Okay, both of them are good, 23-19
Somebody
is the score.
has kids. We know who that does.
Panthers now on the defensive side, working now in a 1-3-1 zone. A long jumper is no good, and Larissa Scott was in position, but coming over the back was Talia Arlington.
Well, they're going to give it to Prairie View.
They're going to give it to Prairie View, and that's always a good thing. Lorraine Washington will come in for Parker and Precious Roberts. Now, Precious Roberts is also going to be what I think one of those missing X factors.
Well, based on watching it throughout the year, her strength is going to be getting in the way. I hate to use this analogy, but just being a gnat. Just getting in the way, causing havoc on the defensive side.
Well, that's always good. You know, you got 5 fouls to give, so you might as well make them earn.
Because you have JJ, you have Gabby, you have Lorraine Washington, and Larissa to do the scoring. So just embrace your role and become a defensive enforcer, and that will create offensive opportunities.
As the inbound is now controlled by Jeanette Jackson, she gets across the timeline. Working on the left wing, now cutting across is Gabby Scott. Going to her left now is Jackson. She works it down low to Larissa Scott. And Larissa Scott is going to be fouled. Wow. Now, I'm for Prairie View, but that looked a little questionable as Miss Amelia Brown was charged with the foul. What do you think about that when you just...
Maybe they said since Larissa was moving and she was moving with her, and I guess they said her feet wasn't set. I don't know. Good question on that one.
Oh, my. That first shot was mighty strong by Larissa Scott.
Well, one thing with her shoulder, she doesn't have the ability to shoot free throws at the angle she's comfortable at. So that's the only thing that is her weakness right now is her free throw shooting angle. She's been off her last few games.
Yes, sir. Her second shot hits the front of the rim and does not go in. And that rebound is grabbed by Jamisha Blake. She now gets it into the hands of Arlington. Arlington lost the handle, and here come the Panthers. Coming up with it for the Panthers is Washington. She skips, almost lost control. They're going to call a carry. She tried to do a little juke move and ended up losing her footing slightly. And the turnover, 6:50 now, remaining before the halftime. 23-19 Panthers on top.
And Prairie View's doing what we normally do best. We're forcing turnovers. Alabama State has 9. We just need to convert those turnovers into points.
Yes, sir. That is always big. As now Brittany Smith gets it across the timeline. She gets it down, and now working at the high post was Blake. There was another quick whistle. Lorraine Washington charged with the foul. As we look at the big screen here at the Toyota Center to get the replay look. We don't have that at the Baby Dome. Why don't we have a replay at the Baby Dome, man?
Well, I went to a venue meeting the other day about a video board, and first thing they said, you're going to need several people to run this $1 billion board.
As that ball was almost stolen by Lorraine Washington, by Larissa Scott on the inbound pass from Alabama State. She's a hustler, man. She is definitely a hustler.
Right down the street from Cypress, Texas. Only thing she knows how to do is win. She's from Cy Falls, and they're a strong program, and she's won 2 rings at Prairie View. All
right, the jumper now just inside, and that looks like an alley-oop pass to Parker. Lost the handle and ended up with it was Shamaya Brooks. That shot was by Nakia Smith. Now Jackson comes across on the right wing, backing up toward the midcourt now, toward the Rocket logo here at Toyota Center. Swinging it over back. Working. Precious Roberts on the floor. Janet Jackson goes into the paint, and she's going to be fouled. Well, that girl is like a cat, man. She just slices in and out
and
so
quick. She loves to penetrate.
Yes.
That's what you want in your guards who can penetrate. If she draws 2 people, she can dish it out.
So it looked like she has to go. Does she wear contacts?
I've never seen it in glasses, but that's not to say I don't. Whatever it is, just put some spit on it and get it back.
Well, she was one to be going to the line, but she ran off the court. Yeah, contact lens did come out. So what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, take a quick 30-second break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Panthers here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County Athletics. Panthers on top, 23-19.
Type 2 diabetes is a serious chronic health threat in America. It affects tens of millions of people. Many people who have the disease don't know it. Diabetes can cause health problems such as heart disease, strokes, amputations, and blindness. Talk to your doctor, get screened if you're at risk, and learn how to avoid becoming one of the millions of new cases of diabetes each year. You can help prevent type 2 diabetes. A message from CDC and HHS.
All right, welcome back. We just had the first shot by Jeanette Jackson to fall through after she got her contact lens in. So now the Panthers have a 24-19 lead. Second shot moments away from Jackson, who already has 11 points.
That's a good sign. When Jackson's hot, that means great things for the Lady Panthers.
As she continues to stay hot. Man, you keep saying what you're saying, my man, and I think we'll have something going. Penetrating now, or the Hornets Smith. She gets that ball off to Blake. Blake shoots another long jumper. It's no good. And the ball was last touched by the Panthers, as the ball will trickle out of bounds, and it will be. They might have a media timeout coming up here in moments. It's 5:58. Turnaround was Ewert, and she missed a shot. Sorry, that was Jasmine Peoples. Jasmine Peoples. No, I'm sorry, that was Ewert. Ewert shooting 2, as she will attempt her first shot, and it is nothing but bottom of the net, as Ewert makes her presence felt for the second time here with her second point.
She's one of those big bodies Alabama State will throw in and out to kind of pound and, like you said, take some fouls, because they're a big player. I can't pronounce her first name, Ms. Alford. She's a leading shot blocker in the SWAC with 2.5 per game.
That would be Quintoria.
Quintoria.
The second shot is good. 25-21, 5:50 now. The Panthers on top. Over in the corner is Shanice Stevens. She misses the jumper. Larissa Scott with the rebound, and she's going to be called for the travel as she was trapped in the paint.
Yeah, Stevens, number 5, is almost cut in the same mold as Precious Roberts. Offense just hasn't been their friend this year, but they make up for it with just being such a intense, playing so intense on the defensive side. Yes, they out-hustle you, and you need all those attributes on a team. So now working, there's another long three-pointer. That one's no good by Kiera Page, following up with the shot and getting it off the glass for the Hornets will be number 13, Jasmine Peebles. Panthers now holding on to a 2-point lead, 25-23, with 5:10 remaining in the first half. Offensive rebounding is going to kill us. We need to protect them boards.
Working over, getting the pass is Stevens is going to be called with the travel. There is a stoppage of play, and we are going to take a stoppage of play. 5:02 remaining in the first half. Panthers holding on to a 2-point lead, 25-23.
Timeout! Okay, guys, Summers really had his bell rung and could have a concussion. I'm pulling him out for the game. Rodriguez, you're in for Summers.
Come on, Coach. It's just a ding. I'll shake it off.
Yeah.
I apologize about that, ladies and gentlemen. I thought substitution. Back to action. Hornets with the ball, working it on the perimeter now is Page, and now into the hands another missed three-pointer by Jamisha Blake. Ball knocked out of bounds. Too many second chance, as you mentioned, my friend, and they got to make sure that takes care.
And Alabama State, they was dangerous down the stretch. Beat both TSU, Southern, and Prairie View in the month of February to close out the season. So this is not a team to take lightly.
Yes, sir. As that foul was called to Jamisha Blake, as she was charging toward the hoop and said, a little too aggressive, young lady, turn it over.
Well, Jeanette Jackson took the charge. She
yes, sir. Now Jeanette Jackson shoots the long three from the Rockets' three-point line to make it count. And it gives the Panthers a 5-point lead, 28-23.
She shoots better than the men.
Oh, my. Working now down low and turn around as people. She misses a shot. The rebound. And, whoa, that was a big aggressive stance by Shamika Brooks.
Well, number 4, Kayla Tucker, that's coming in for Alabama State. I don't know, a lot of people remember her last time, but they compared her to J.J. Redick from Duke.
And I'm sorry, I said Shamika. I meant Shamaya Brooks. But she knew what I was talking about. She knocked that ball down and knocked her down with authority. Asa Finch on the corner, swings it back to Washington. Parker on the right wing. She gets it down to Brooks in the paint. Misses the shot. Rebound by Asa Finch. She kicks it over in the corner to Parker. Parker shoots the jumper. Is no good. Knocked out by Brooks. And another save by the Panthers. Back into the hands of Jackson. Swings it over to Washington. Working down low to Finch. Finch works in the paint. Shot up off the glass and good.
Fundamental basketball. Great.
Yes.
Great look by Washington. Identify Finch in a one-on-one situation, and she nailed it off the glass.
Yes, sir. Now here come the Hornets. Kayla Tucker now gets it into the hands of Ewert. Ewert goes strong and runs over Asa Finch. That looked like a football play there.
Lady Panthers have to be tough on defense, but number 4 can shoot from anywhere on the court for Alabama State.
Now we have stoppage in the clock. 3:28. It is immediate timeout. Panthers up by 7, 30-23. You listen to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County Athletics, and we'll be right back.
Timeout! Okay, guys, Summers really had his bell rung and could have a concussion. I'm pulling him out for the game. Rodriguez, you're in for Summers.
Come on, Coach. It's just a ding. I'll shake it off.
Yeah, he's tough. Plus, we need to win this to make the playoffs.
Listen, we're a team and we need to look out for each other. Concussions are serious. No game is more important than your health.
Take concussions out of play. If you're a coach, know the warning signs and never let athletes return to play before a healthcare professional says it's okay. A message from CDC.
The Open Mic Broadcast Network is proud to announce that you can listen to Panthers basketball right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network as the Panthers will take on all oncomers in the Southwestern Athletic Conference 2014 basketball campaign. The tournament begins March 11th through the 15th, and you will catch all the action right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Coming out of a media timeout, the Prairie View A&M University Panthers up 30-23. We've been graced by the head basketball coach of the men's Panthers, Mr. Byron Rim II. I got to get that second. Congratulations on a game well played last night, sir. How you feeling right now, man?
Oh, man, I'm feeling good, and thank you for having me.
No problem. Look, we got this first half of play right now. Got a chance to talk to you last night. A very emotional game for you on last night. Has it sunk into you what you guys have achieved yet?
Oh, you know what? It's exciting, but it's also like, wow, we still got 2 more games to go, you know. And I don't want our guys to think it was the championship game last night, so we have to keep it in perspective. We still got 2 more games to go, and we're here to scout, and we got to make sure when we go to practice tomorrow morning that we're ready to work and prepare for tomorrow night.
As Ewart makes her first of 2 shots, it is now 30-24. Coach, I personally, I know you don't like coming in at the AC, but I like the fact that your team gets to play a lot, especially in a venue like this, and where you get a better feel for it and everything, and the team coming in, and it's almost to a disadvantage when you're in a new venue or a neutral site like this. Huh?
Yeah, you know what, but we're all on the same playing field, and, you know, and we play in venues like this early. You know, we go to UCLA's and some of those bigger schools. So we play in some stuff like this, but it's still, it's still a beautiful facilities, and you know, and the hoop's 10 foot tall, and you know, and they got the same amount of players that we got.
Yes, sir, exactly. As there's been a couple of missed baskets in between. The Panthers now on the offense, working it on the right wing. Now it's Washington. She gets Larissa Scott in the corner, working down low to Shamaya Brooks, and she banks it in. And the Panthers now have an 8-point lead with 2:40 remaining in the half, 32-24. Coach, Trey Haygood.
Oh, yeah, that's all you got to say. You know what? I'll tell you what. He's turning some people into believers. He's a winner. You know, was at the JUCO level last year, led his team to the national tournament last year. Played at Florida A&M his freshman year. Really good defender. You know, at times it don't seem like it, but you know, this is a pretty good level. This Division I level is pretty tough. So, especially with the new hand check rules, you can't really get out there like, you know, the players used to do back, you know, 5 or 6 years ago. So, but Trey Haygood is coming along. He's, you know, he's leading us in the right direction, and we just got to make sure that we don't let up.
Yes, sir. Don't let up. And it was ironic that you said that after that Southern loss is when the wheels start to turn for the guys, and they were able to see some things and say, hey, we can do this if we only believe in ourselves.
That's right. You know, we just got to, you know, like I said, we had to grow up. You know, a lot of guys, everybody can't play, and everybody can't score, and, you know, so what we had to do was stick together. And after that game, you know, it was some blow-ups in the locker room. Guys were accountable. Guys were saying, you know what, I individually messed up, you know, and we didn't have that in the past. In the past, you always had like, oh, it's your fault. Trey stepped up and said, hey, I messed up, y'all. I messed up. You know, I'm better than this. And he was passionate. He was crying, you know, and guys were talking and all that stuff. So, you know, he brought the passion, and it's showing right now.
Very good. Well, look, we definitely appreciate you taking some time to come out with us. And I'll say this, Coach, the best coaching move that I heard that you made was when you said you did nothing when those guys were blowing up. As there's a jumper good by Larissa Scott, sometimes you got to let the guys police themselves, and that's the best coaching thing that you could ever do. Yeah. And want to let you know we support you here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Appreciate you coming by, giving us this time, and enjoy enjoy this night, man, because you got to go out and get it tomorrow.
I know it.
And I got reservations to do a championship broadcast from this location, so I'm counting on you to help me fill that through. Is that all right?
It's all right with me.
All right. Thanks a lot, Coach Byron Rim of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. 1:29 before halftime. Panthers enjoying a 10-point lead. At the line right now for the Hornets is Amaria Brown. She makes her first of 2 shots, and it is now 34-25. We want to thank again Coach Byron Rim the second. I got to tell him the second because I don't want to get in trouble with his daddy. Second shot on the way. Thanks again, Coach. Second shot is no good. The rebound is by the Panthers. Coming up with it was Washington. Jeanette Jackson now working down low to Shamaya Brooks. Gets it outside, working it back down to Larissa Scott. And she is going to be called for the travel. And with 1:18, Panthers holding on to a 9-point lead. How are you assessing things so far, Ryan?
We're up by 10, and usually that's the breaking point. If we can
we're 9 by 9.
Oh, now we're down. Yeah. Up by 9. But we was up by 10. I figured a few 2 or 3 more stops, we score. We put them away, but number 4 is.
That was a long jumper by Kayla Tucker from the Rockets 3, and it is
all she does is shoot.
34-28. Panthers now working. Larissa Scott at the high post. Working down low is Brooks. She gets it over to Washington on the left elbow. She takes it, goes to the left side, goes off the glass, and gets the basket. I was looking for the and one call, but they said no. We'll take what we can get. 36 seconds now before halftime. Working, and there's Tucker shooting another 3. This one is no good. Rebound by the Panthers. Pushing up the floor now is Jackson. She gets it across. I'm sorry, that was Scott.
Slow it down, get the last shot. But
Scott gets it to Larissa. Scott back now to Jeanette Jackson. Jackson slowing it down. It's a 1 second difference in between the shot clock and the game clock. Jackson from downtown, no good. The rebound is by Kayla Tucker. She swings it across, getting it across the timeline. It's Brittany Smith. Over in the corner, there's another jumper, no good, by Nakia Smith. And here come the Panthers, and there's going to be a foul call, or they call travel.
One official had travel signal, the other one had a foul. I guess he deferred to the one with travel.
Okay, then. Well, we have 4 seconds before the half. And what we're going to do is get ourselves set up for our halftime report. 4 seconds, and they're taking the time, not realizing how much time is left. They didn't realize how much time is left, didn't get a shot off. And at the end of the first half of play, the Lady Panthers hold on to an 8-point lead, 36-28. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with our halftime report. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Why am I going to college? I'm going to make a difference.
I'm going to do what makes me happy.
I'm going to be the first in my family to graduate college.
I'm going to work hard.
Be independent.
Live large.
I'm never giving up on my goals.
I knew I wanted to go to college.
But figuring out how to pay for it, I didn't have a clue.
The U.S. Department of Education has over $100 billion.
That's a lot of money to help students pay for college.
And the free application?
You mean the FAFSA?
I did it online. It was easy.
I'm going to follow my dreams.
Make the most of every opportunity.
I'm going to find out how to pay for college.
I'm going to college.gov.
Need money for college? The U.S. Department of Education can help. Find out more about planning and paying for college at college.gov.
Timeout! Okay, guys, Summers really had his bell rung and could have a concussion. I'm pulling him out for the game. Rodriguez, you're in for Summers.
Come on, Coach. It's just a ding. I'll shake it off.
Yeah, he's tough. Plus, we need to win this to make the playoffs.
Listen, we're a team and we need to look out for each other. Concussions are serious. No game is more important than your health.
Take concussions out of play. If you're a coach, know the warning signs and never let athletes return to play before a healthcare professional says it's okay. A message from CDC.
Another proud supporter of Waller County Athletics is A.J. Leday Independent Insurance Agency. For renter's insurance, auto, home, business, and workers' compensation, contact Aaron Leday at 936-857-9003. Or you can dial 713-498-1165. A.J. Leday Independent Insurance Agency, located at 700 University Drive in Prairie View, Texas. This broadcast is being made possible by the support of the Prairie View Athletic Club. The Prairie View Athletic Club is a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics. For more information on becoming a member of the Prairie View Athletic Club, send your email to pvathletic.club@gmail.com. That email address again is pvathletic.club@gmail.com. Prairie View Athletic Club, a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics.
Hey, have you heard the news? You can now listen to the Open Mic Broadcast Network on iHeartRadio.
Really? That's tight. How do I do that?
All you have to do is go to the iHeartRadio and download the app and search obn-radio.
Is that it? Wow, even I can do that.
It's really that simple. iHeartRadio and the Open Mic Broadcast Network, a winning combination.
The Prairie View A&M University Panther Backers. The Panther Backers are proud supporters of Prairie View Athletics and would like to invite you to their 19th annual Celebrity Golf Tournament. Be held Monday, April 28th, 2014 at Cypress Lake Golf Course. Their location is 18700 Cypress Wood Drive in Cypress, Texas, 77429. For more information, dial 713-417-2090.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Halftime right here at the Toyota Center. The Panthers enjoying an 8-point lead as they have been able to have all the answers so far for the Lady Hornets. Leading scorer for the Panthers is Jeanette Jackson. She has 15 points. She's 4 of 8 from the field goal, 3 of 5 from three-point range, and 4 of 6 from the free throw line. She has 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 personal foul. Next you have Lorraine Washington. She's 7 points, 2 of 4 from the field, 3 of 4 from free throw line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists with 2 fouls. You have Shamaya Brooks with 6 points. You have Miss Alexis Parker with 2 and Larissa Scott with 4. For the Alabama State Hornets, you have the leading scorer being Nakia Smith. Nakia Smith has a total of 5 points. She is then followed by Kayla Tucker. She has 3 points and 1 point by Brown. You have 6 points by Miss Jamisha Blake, 4 points by Miss Ewart. Miss Ewart, Danielle Ewart, and then Miss Quintoria Alfred has 2 points. So the Panthers are pretty much in the driver's seat right now, doing a pretty good performance of the first half as we getting things set and ready to go. What we're going to do is take a break, and we'll be back with our second half of play here with the Open Mic Broadcast Network here from the Toyota Center, where the Lady Panthers lead the Lady Hornets 36-28.
You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County Athletics. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more live coverage. You can keep up with us on Twitter at OBN_radio. You can follow us on iHeartRadio. Go to iHeartRadio.com, hit the talk section. From there, go to sports and look for OBN Sports. You can like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. Be sure to follow us on Spreaker.com. Look for Open Mic Broadcast Network. You can also send us an email at ombnetwork@gmail.com. And don't forget, you can always follow us at our website at ktorradio.com. The station designed with you in mind. The Open Mic Broadcast Network. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County Athletics. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more live coverage. You can keep up with us on Twitter at obn_radio. You can follow us on iHeartRadio. Go to iHeartRadio.com, hit the talk section. From there, go to sports and look for OBN Sports. You can like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. Be sure to follow us on Spreaker.com. Look for Open Mic Broadcast Network. You can also send us an email at ombnetwork@gmail.com. And don't forget, you can always follow us at our website at ktorradio.com. The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County Athletics. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more live coverage. You can keep up with us on Twitter at OBN_radio. You can follow us on iHeartRadio. Go to iHeartRadio.com, hit the talk section. From there, go to sports and look for OBN Sports. You can like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. Be sure to follow us on Spreaker.com. Look for Open Mic Broadcast Network. You can also send us an email at ombnetwork@gmail.com. And don't forget, you can always follow us at our website at ktorradio.com. The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County Athletics. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more live coverage. You can keep up with us on Twitter at OBN_radio. You can follow us on iHeartRadio. Go to iHeartRadio.com, hit the talk section. From there, go to sports and look for OBN Sports. You can like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. Be sure to follow us on Spreaker.com. Look for Open Mic Broadcast Network. You can also send us an email at ombnetwork@gmail.com. And don't forget, you can always follow us at our website at ktorradio.com. The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County Athletics. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more live coverage. You can keep up with us on Twitter at OBN_radio. You can follow us on iHeartRadio. Go to iHeartRadio.com, hit the talk section. From there, go to sports and look for OBN Sports. You can like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. Be sure to follow us on Spreaker.com. Look for Open Mic Broadcast Network. You can also send us an email at ombnetwork@gmail.com. And don't forget, you can always follow us at our website at ktorradio.com. The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County Athletics. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more live coverage. You can keep up with us on Twitter at obn_radio. You can follow us on iHeartRadio. Go to iHeartRadio.com, hit the talk section. From there, go to sports and look for OBN Sports. You can like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. Be sure to follow us on Spreaker.com. Look for Open Mic Broadcast Network. You can also send us an email at ombnetwork@gmail.com. And don't forget, you can always follow us at our website at ktorradio.com. The station designed with you in mind. The Open Mic Broadcast Network. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County Athletics. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more live coverage. You can keep up with us on Twitter at OBN_radio. You can follow us on iHeartRadio. Go to iHeartRadio.com, hit the talk section. From there, go to sports and look for OBN Sports. You can like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. Be sure to follow us on Spreaker.com. Look for Open Mic Broadcast Network. You can also send us an email at...
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are moments away from the second half to continue on. The Lady Panthers on top, 36-28. 1 minute left on the shoot-around clock. Want to see if I can get Mr. Magenta to give me a little feedback on what he and how he assesses the first half of play for the Lady Panthers.
Typical tournament jitters. They settle down. We saw what we've been seeing all year. Consistent bunch did the things that got them here. At times it's defensively. Got to protect that defensive glass because ASU is getting several offensive rebounds and putting them back. And that's why they're in the game by 8. We could have been up by 14 if we would have protected the offense, the glass on the defensive side.
Well, it is a very interesting tale. You was always concerned with them having the breaks that they had if they would come out flat. But I like the mixtures that Coach has implemented in this first half, and hopefully it can be a little bit more of the same. If they get 36 points a half, I like those odds of coming out winning.
Well, definitely. And plus, even though Coach Brown is new to the head role, she's done this 3 straight times, so I can put all my confidence and trust in that she's going to make the right decisions.
Well, as you're talking about making the right decisions, we are ready to get the right decision for this second half on the way, as the Lady Panthers will now get ready to inbound. They will be going now from left to right from my vantage point. They are the home team, dressed in their white jerseys and shorts to match.
First 5 minutes.
Yes, sir. First 5 minutes is the theory. The shot is no good by Asa Finch. Rebound by the Hornets. And now the Hornets working down, and there's a turnover as it is picked up by Jeanette Jackson. She pushes it back, tried to get that to Parker. That ball was knocked away by Tabitha Bradshaw. No relation to the Terry Bradshaw, I know. Being that I'm a Steelers fan and all, I had to put that one in.
Poor soul.
We won't even get into that, okay? We won't get into that at all. The ball was knocked out of bounds, so it will be possession for the Panthers. Inbound it now to Parker, who gets it, and she shoots the 3 from downtown. No good. Rebound is by the Hornets. Working it up the floor now. All the Hornets going strong, laying her elbow in, but they're going to say she was fouled. Was Tabitha Bradshaw. Jeanette Jackson will be charged with her second personal foul. 19-29. Second half just starting. Panthers on top, 36-28. Ryan, explain that first 5 minute theory that you were just talking about.
Well, like we saw last night against Southern, the first 5 minutes usually sets the tone for the rest of the half in terms of the flow of the game. Prairie View last night came out firing red hot. Took a 10-point lead into a 19-point lead, which grew to 21 points. And that was a big lead Southern couldn't come down from.
As the second shot is good by Tabitha Bradshaw, it makes the lead now 36-29 in favor of the Panthers. Jeanette Jackson working it across the timeline, fancy dribbling behind her back, working it to the right wing to Washington. Washington down to Larissa Scott in the far corner, back out to Jackson. Jackson to Gabby Scott, working down low with Parker. Parker turns around, shoots, and the basket's good.
Big shot. Alabama State's going to the zone. They're going to dare Prairie View A&M shoot, and Parker made them pay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That indeed. 19 minutes exactly. Working down low are the Hornets. That shot was too strong. Knocked away and saved by Wright. Wright turns around, fires another rebound. Going up strong, missing was Blake, and she finally gets the second. That was 3 attempts, and the Panthers can't afford to do that.
Offensive rebounding. Offensive rebounding.
Jeanette Jackson now on the right wing. She takes it. Guards it down, working down low to Parker. Parker, nice spin move. That ball was blocked, and it looks like they're going to call the foul as well.
17-9 edge on the offensive rebound side. That's not total. That's offensive that Alabama State has over Prairie View A&M.
That's not a good thing. Parker does go to shoot from the line. 18:35 here in the first, or the second half, I should say. Parker's first attempt is no good. It's always back to those free throws.
Man, Prairie View is a top shooting team from the stripe in the SWAC with a 71% percentage. I mean, we got to do what we did all year.
Second shot is good, 39-38, 8-point lead for the Panthers. Getting the ball quickly across the timeline, or the Hornets working, penetrating through, and getting the foul and the bucket will be Tabitha Bradshaw. Asa Finch charged with that foul.
And it looks like the officials are going to call it tight from this point. So if your defense is dead on solid, you might as well just go on and let them get a layup in some cases.
Looks like they're going to take a timeout, and we're going to take a timeout as well. We'll be right back. Panthers on top, 39-33.
The Prairie View A&M University Panther Backers. The Panther Backers are proud supporters of Prairie View Athletics and would like to invite you to their 19th annual Celebrity Golf Tournament. Be held Monday, April 28, 2014 at Cypress Lake Golf Course. Their location is 18700 Cypress Wood Drive in Cypress, Texas, 77429. For more information, dial 713-417-2090.
And we're back. Timeout here was taken. It wasn't a media timeout, but it was a long timeout. You were saying about the attendance here, Ryan. What are you thinking about the attendance so far?
Typical tournament. We're playing at 5:30 p.m. in rush hour traffic in the fourth largest city. So, and most of our fan base lives outside a 10-15 mile radius outside of the Toyota Center. So. It's a good crowd, better than what I might have thought.
No, yes, yeah. No doubt. It's a good crowd. You know, when you look at it from a TV aspect, it looks like it's so many empty seats. But if you put this thing back on the Baby Dome, it's standing room only.
Well, I'm anxious to see if the man upstairs has it set up on Saturday where Prairie View A&M and TSU men are battling for the championship. You saw what those games draw in Houston and Prairie View.
Yes, sir. Yes,
we
sir.
have way more than enough seats to accommodate the city this time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So back at the line now after the timeout, shooting two. I thought she would have been shooting. Didn't she get the basket? She should be shooting one. Yeah. The PA announcer's throwing us off a little bit. But nonetheless, Tabitha Bradshaw is ready to shoot, and she does make it count. So it's a 5-point lead for the Panthers. 39-34. Washington gets it across the timeline, goes toward the middle, kicks it back out to Jackson on the right wing. Working down at the high post is Asa Finch. Pass back to Washington. Washington swings over in the corner to Parker. Parker shoots the three, and it's no good. The rebound is by the Hornets, and the Lady Hornets now pushing it up the floor from right to left. Going back, setting up now, all the Hornets on the wing, working down low. Now into the paint, and no travel call as taking that step, going up with it and getting the basket will be Muriel Brown. That was number 20. What did she get?
24.
Oh, Brittany Wright. I am so sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Jackson now caught up, gets it to Asa Finch. Back to Jackson. Down low to Washington. Washington in the paint. And it is a travel call. 17:41 remaining in the second half. Panthers see their lead dwindle to 3, 39-36.
Alabama State is outscored Prairie View 8-3 to open the second half.
Well, that goes that 5-minute theory you're talking about. So now working it.
Haven't even got to the 5-minute mark yet. That's scary.
Well, we still got the lead at 5 minutes, so maybe that's going to be an indicator. Working now, all the Hornets patiently moving the ball on the perimeter. Now it's down low. There's a bounce pass that is going to be scrambled on the floor. Asa Finch is tied up with Tabitha Bradshaw. The possession arrow will be pointing in favor of Alabama State. And that was a golden opportunity going away for the Lady Panthers.
But I like the rule, but I don't, because the girl really knew. She just sat on us. She knew she couldn't pass the ball because he knew he was going to get the ball back with a jump ball.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Well,
sat on her. I mean, used her as a recliner almost.
So now they're discussing the issue. Maybe they're saying we ought to let the Panthers have the ball, but I doubt that.
Well, if you know the Alabama State coach, they make that play. She's going to say something. We have to call the FCC on.
Inbound pass now is back for the Hornets, working it, shooting the NBA three is no good for Bradshaw. Scrambling with it on the floor is Washington, and she's on her back, and she is tied up again with Miss Bradshaw, and that happens to be her specialty right now. And the possession arrow will point for the Panthers. 17:08, Panthers still up by 3, 39-36. Rand Washington gets it across the timeline, spinning back to her left side, pulling it back out now to slow things down. Setting up, working at the post is Parker. She gets the ball now on the right elbow, goes toward the hole. That ball was blocked as Wright knocked that ball out of bounds. Now the answer has come in. Shamaya Brooks is checking in. And they say, you want to block my girls in the post, handle her.
Well, Coach Brown tries to keep Shamaya in at certain times because she's prone to draw quick fouls. So it looks like she had to bring it in a little earlier than normal.
Well, she has no fouls right now, which is a good sign as Jeanette Jackson works to get free. On the right wing, swings it over in the corner, shooting the jumper, and is good from downtown for Lorraine Washington.
Big basket. Jackson penetrated, found a wide open Washington, and Prairie View was successful.
42-36 now for the Panthers, 16-29. Swinging it over, down low, working. Peebles gets it out, and right from 3, it's no good. Rebound by Larissa Scott. She now has that sleeve off, which may have been restricting her on her shoulder.
Do I see? I can't remember. Willis Reed, New York Knicks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're not old enough to understand anything about that, son. The missed shot by the Panthers running through and getting a fall through was Kiara Page, and she's fouled. 16:04, 42-38 lead for the Panthers. Parker was charged with the foul. She'll be replaced by Overshawn. At the line will be Kiara Page to try to get and complete the three-point play. She gets the inbound, or the ball bounced to her. She bounces one time, shoots it, and it's good. And the lead is down to 3. 16:03 now remaining. Panthers up 42-39. Jackson on the right wing, working down low to Larissa Scott in the far corner. She throws it back across to Overshine. Back now to Scott. Scott in the paint area and a jump ball. And that's all Alabama State is doing now, just tying the ball up and playing a possession game.
Well, Alabama State say they're going to get back into this game on defense.
15:47 remaining, media timeout. The Panthers are holding on to a lead right now by the score of 42-39. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Why am I going to college? I'm going to make a difference.
I'm going to do what makes me happy.
I'm going to be the first in my family to graduate college.
I'm going to work hard.
Be independent.
Live large.
I'm never giving up on my goals.
I knew I wanted to go to college.
But figuring out how to pay for it, I didn't have a clue.
The U.S. Department of Education has over $100 billion.
And that's a lot of money to help students pay for college.
And the free application?
You mean the FAFSA?
I did it online. It was easy.
I'm going to follow my dreams.
Make the most of every opportunity. I'm going to find out how to pay for college.
I'm going to college.gov.
Need money for college? The U.S. Department of Education can help. Find out more about planning and paying for college at college.gov.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Time out is just about done. 15:47 remaining in the game with 47 seconds from that 5-minute mark, Ryan. And what are you going to say if the Panthers have the lead right now as we get Ryan adjusted here? He's a rookie to all this here, so we got to get him adjusted here. So with 47 seconds, if the Panthers have the lead, do you feel good about that?
Talk to me at the 12-minute mark. It's so tight, but Alabama State is extending their zone out there, basically doubling Jackson from doing anything and daring anyone else from Prairie View to score.
So now the Hornets get it, working back across and stepping on the line out of bounds was Nakia Smith, and that's a big turnover right now. 15:37, Panthers still up by 3. Loran Washington working across the timeline toward the middle of the court, gets it over to Jeanette Jackson on the right wing. She brings it back now toward midcourt as she sets up, penetrates, spins, and loses the handle. And there's going to be a quick save, and what a save and a hustle that was by Jackson. She got the ball to Washington, but there was a foul, a loose ball foul. And that foul will be Nakia Smith. 15-20 now, 42-39. Panthers getting the ball, working down low, tried to get Shamaya Brooks down in the post. That ball was intercepted, and here come the Hornets. Pulling back, setting up now at the top of the key is Talia Arlington. Arlington swings it over to the right wing, getting it back in position, going all the way across. Now off for the jumper. The three-point range is no good by Smith. Rebounded by the Panthers. Jackson comes up with it, slowing it down with 14:47, Ryan. And according to your theory, even though you say check with you at 12, Panthers have the lead.
Well, the only thing that concerns me is on the defensive end, Loran Washington rushes to double and leaves the shooter wide open. Alabama State has had several wide open shots once she leaves her assignment.
Now Washington shaking her defender, gets it down low to Brooks. Brooks off the glass, could not get it to fall. She will go to shoot two. Brittany Wright charged with the foul. Mike Prince and I guess my color commentator for the day, Mr. Ryan Magenti, Sports Information Director. I didn't call you Athletic Director that time. For the
Prairie View. Demoted.
For the Prairie View A&M University. You got demoted from one half to the next.
From a suite to a courtside seat.
And it is now a good shot made on a free throw by Miss Brooks. Brooks has 7 points tonight. She gets ready to shoot her second shot. Give the Panthers a little more cushion on that lead. Right now up 43-39. And the second shot's on the way. It's no good. Rebound goes up by Quintoria Alfred. Swinging it out on the corner. Another three-pointer attempt from the far side. No good by Page. And a foul is going to be charged
to Alabama State.
Against Alabama State. And we would take that all day long. Oh, yes, you can see it on the replay. Washington just kind of ran over.
Despite us not scoring in droves like we were early in the game, defense now is our calling card.
Yes, sir.
Just hope to convert it to offense now.
Jackson now working on the right. Oh, nice crossover move. Swings it over, tried to get that over to the corner. As there's another foul call. We want to give congratulations out to Miss Jeanette Jackson as she was named to the first team all-conference team for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. The only player to be selected which you think has to be a stinger for Loran Washington. Maybe she'll play with a passion. Coming in now with Stevens. She gets the jumper. That is a little too strong. Rebound by Larissa Scott. She kicks it and pulls it back out to Jeanette Jackson. She shoots a jumper from downtown. No good. Rebound is by Arlington. Arlington pushing it down the floor. Over into the corner on the wing is into the hands of Smith. Smith now gets it back. And Ewart shot goes, hit the back of the rim, goes up, and then falls down.
Yeah, she didn't want to shoot the ball. You could tell.
Wow. Ewart with the basket, and it is now a 2-point lead for the Panthers, 43-41. Alabama State fans trying to get worked up, so are the Panther faithful. Panthers taking the time, 7 on the shot clock. Loran Washington all the way through the tunnel of Giants and gets the kiss off the glass.
Well, that's how you kill a zone. You just penetrate and attack.
Yes, sir. Coming up on 13 minutes now. In this second half, Panthers on top, 45-41. Working down low. Ewart works down low to a good pass. That was a good setup. Brittany Smith getting the feed from Ewart.
Ewart is not much of an offensive threat, so that play was designed to draw the defender to her, and that left Offer wide open for the layup.
So now the Panthers slowing it down now as Jeanette Jackson pulls it over. Drives in, a teardrop shot, no good. It is rebounded, and here come the Alabama State Hornets on a fast break. And the easy basket for Talia Arlington.
I smell a timeout is going to be coming soon if we don't convert this possession.
45-45. The shot by Washington is good. Man, she put it on her back and say, let's go, girls.
She wants 4 rings.
Yes, sir. There's a travel call. It's Arrington, and forgive me, ladies, I've been calling her Arlington. Arrington has gotten called for the travel.
I wasn't going to correct you on that, even though that is my grandmother's family name, but I'll let you have it, man.
Well, if you can't help me, man, what you up here for?
Did you grow up listening to Joe Tex, the singer?
No, sir. I'm sorry.
Never mind. Never mind. That kills this whole story I just had.
Oh, my. Panthers working, penetrating, kicking it back out to Brooks, who lost the handle. Couldn't get it. Jeanette Jackson drove all the way through, and she couldn't handle the pass. And now here come the Hornets. Kicking it over to the corner and back out top to Smith. Smith kicks it over. And now deciding on what she wanted to do was Ashante Smith. I'm sorry, not Ashante Smith, but Jamisha Blake. Now working down low in the post. The left-hand shot is no good by Maria Brown. And the Panthers get the rebound. Coming up with 11:20 now, 47-45. Panthers on top. Look like this might be a low-scoring event, too.
Yeah, especially look like they're going to let Washington take over as the primary point and try to put Jackson in better scoring opportunities.
So now there's another turnover as the Panthers will now get back on the defensive side, coming right up on 11 minutes. 2-point lead for the Lady Panthers, 47-45. Working off the cut was Smith, dribbling back, going into the lane. Oh, a big block by Shamaya Brooks, and another block. And the ball is off the Hornets' hands. Shamaya Brooks with 2 big blocks.
Oh, and it's getting ugly now.
Oh, it's getting heated up. We have to remind Mr. Boy, it got heated. We're going to try to see if we can see the replay here, what exactly happened. They have to separate the girls, but Shamaya Brooks with 2 big block shots on Ewart. And waiting on the highlight to show, it should be a timeout. There's a timeout. We're going to see what's going on. We'll be right back. Panthers on top, 47-45.
The Southwestern Athletic Conference basketball tournament begins March 11th through the 14th at the Toyota Center located in Houston, Texas. The Prairie View A&M University Panthers will take quest to become the 2014 Southwestern Athletic Conference basketball champions. Catch all the action live right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the official voice of Waller County Athletics, serving the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Before a disaster turns your family's world upside down, it's up to you to be ready. Get a kit, make a plan, Be informed. Learn how at www.ready.gov. Brought to you by the Federal Emergency Management Agency and the Ad Council.
All right, media timeout, 10 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the contest. Panthers on top, 47-45. Ryan, explain what happened before we went to the break.
Well, after the second block, the ball was knocked off an Alabama State defender, and we're going back to our side of the court to set up our offense. You look up right by the swag logo, it's a tussle, and several Lady Panthers were involved. So as a result, the referees are now going to the replay monitor to determine what happened. If a punch was thrown, whoever threw the punch will be ejected, and you will not see them until the championship game. You do have to sit out one game.
Because you do have to sit out one game, and with this being a semifinal round, that's the men that are in the semifinal round, then it's going to be a critical, and I hope that it was not a Panther who threw the punch first.
And the scary part, they have replay now, and that's top of the line NBA replay. They can slow down to the millisecond to find out.
So they're still discussing things going on right now. Meanwhile, we are at the 10:50 mark. The leading scorer of all tonight so far is Jeanette Jackson. Is that anything new? She has 15 points. Loren Washington has 14 points. 7 points for Shamaya Brooks. But Shamaya Brooks has made her presence felt down in the paint. She just had 2 big block shots. We'll get a tally on that in just a second. But then you have 4 points by Larissa Scott, and that's always good to see Larissa Scott in the fold of things. And for the Panthers, you also have Asa Hampton-Finch with a total of 2 points. For the Hornets, you have 5 points for Smith. You have 4 points for Bradshaw, 4 points for Peebles, and 6 for Ewert. Now, Ewert was who the shot block victim was by Brooks. And I was busy looking at something else, and hopefully we'll be able to find out as they sort all this out right now. Look like they're explaining at the scores table. We're at a kind of a disadvantage and an advantage at the same time right now. As they are steady, both teams are now huddled up, trying to still make some sense out of all the madness. And still no decision has been indicated just yet. Have you come up with anything yet, Ryan?
Well, I'm trying to find out how many points Jeanette Jackson scored this half. And that's the thing. Alabama State is keying on her and basically saying if you're going to win Prairie View, Lorraine Washington needs to score for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So looks like they're going to resume play. No one will be going to the free throw line. And it will be
when they reverse
the Hornets.
The ball.
Double technical was called. The shot was missed by Nakia Smith and the rebound by the Panthers. So we got that as a double technical. Well, at least both kids get to stay in the game. So now Jeanette Jackson from way downtown, she misses that from the top of the key. The rebound is picked up by Talia Arrington. And getting the shot to fall down for the Hornets is good. 33, Danielle Ewert, and the foul will be charged to Jeanette Jackson. And just like that, it's all tied up with a possibility for the Hornets to take the lead.
Well, I don't think no one had in their scouting report Ewert as the person to carry the load offensively, but Alabama State
and she misses that one. Rebound by Larissa Scott, kicks it out to Lorraine Washington, all tied with 10-20 at 47. Jeanette Jackson now on the right wing, working, pulling it back toward the center of the floor. Now over to the left side, decides to penetrate, and she will be stopped in her tracks as Ewert looks like she's going to be assessed a call looking at her reaction.
That or number 5, Bradshaw. I think the referee. And that's 1-and-1 situation.
Yes, sir. That's good. We got to make these count now, though. cannot afford to miss these free throws. The Panthers are 11 of 18 from the free throw line.
Uncharacteristic.
So Jeanette Jackson, the pure shooter out of Las Vegas, Nevada. They're trying to figure out. So Jackson with a chance now to get some leverage points, and she makes the first one count. That is always good, man. You got to get your free money, man. Got to get your free money.
Well, I heard your broadcast last night, and one team in Southern left a lot of money at the table.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A lot of money. Second shot on the way, and it falls down, and it's back to a 2-point lead with 10-10, 49-47. Panthers now applying a little bit of pressure right now on the backcourt side. Oh, gets the ball across, and almost a turnover. Off the fence, hustling. Toss it to Jeanette Jackson. Here come the Panthers behind the back dribble, going across, crossing over defenders, gets it to Shamaya Brooks, and gets the basket.
Jackson made Ewert almost fall over. She crossed her so bad.
Oh, my, good transitional basketball for the Panthers. Now coming back are the Hornets, trying to work it, going to the right side, swinging it out to Smith. Smith on the right wing. She kicks it back to the top of the key, now to the left wing. Over pushing off was Page, and now she gets it back into the hands. Hop, skipping, good move. Jasmine Peebles got a good feed, and it is a 2-point lead for the Panthers, 51-49 with 9:20. Jackson decides to slow it down right now as they're spreading out the offense. Jackson decides to penetrate to Loran Watson in the far corner, going baseline. She stops, tosses it up. It's no good. The rebound is going to be knocked out of bounds by the Hornets. And with 9:04, it's getting a little intense now, Ryan.
Well, in that play, Prairie View was fortunate to get the ball back because that wasn't the best shot selection by Washington.
Exactly. So now kicking it in, trying to get it in anyway, is Jeanette Jackson. She gets it into Parker. Parker gives it back to Jackson. Jackson now taking it at the top of the key, dribbling with her left hand. Now switches over to her right. Decides to try to penetrate. Oh, my, good give and go crossover move to the hands of Parker right now. Parker shoots the three. It's no good. Shamaya Brooks gets the rebound, goes up, and gets the basket. 53-49. And they give up an easy, fast transition basket by Jamisa Blake. And it's back to a 2-point lead for the Panthers. Washington now comes across the timeline. She's handling the point control now as Parker is on the left wing. Now going back, spinning across, and that ball was blocked, but there was a foul call. Good move. Taylor Arrington.
Put her hands on her back. That's why the foul was called.
8:21 now remaining. Loran Washington will be shooting two, and the first one is no good.
7 leading free throw shooter in the SWAC is 68%. So the odds are for us in terms of getting the right people to the line to shoot it. We just got to execute.
Second shot on the way from Washington is good. And it's a 3-point lead, 54-51. Oh, there's a steal by Jeanette Jackson. Goes up, lays in, does not get it to fall, and she'll go to shoot two more. A sloppy inbound pass. And I'm sorry, Ron, I get excited about things going on up here, man. I don't want to knock you over or nothing. So move your drink over to the left side.
Hey, don't worry, I might knock you over also.
Jeanette Jackson at the line shooting two. First one is good. That's the girl. Jeanette Jackson is 8 of 11 from the free throw line. Panthers up by 4 right now. Keep spreading it out, girls. Keep spreading it out. Second shot. She bounces, and it's good. She has a smooth shot, man.
A beautiful
Look like
shot.
I taught her how to shoot. Pressure going up now by the Panthers. There's another overthrown ball. Larissa Scott comes up with it, and here come the Panthers. Jeanette Jackson spinning across. Oh, my.
Oh.
She did a shake them down, move over. Blake gets it to Larissa Scott in the paint. Kicks it back out to Loren Washington. They slow it down. Good ball control by the Panthers. 15 seconds on the shot clock. And now working down low to Larissa Scott. On the right elbow, the shot is no good. The rebound is good, but it should be off of Alabama State because getting the control was Aronson, and she lost handle and knocked it out of bounds. 7:46 now remaining. Immediate timeout is the call. 56-51, Panthers on the lead, and we'll be right back.
What if I told you that for $36, you could make a big difference? At $36 a year, you can become a listening partner with the Open Mic Broadcast Network. This annual donation would help us continue the success of our broadcast throughout Waller County. Visit our website at ktorradio.com and become a listening partner today. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Type 2 diabetes is a serious chronic health threat in America. It affects tens of millions of people. Many people who have the disease don't know it. Diabetes can cause health problems such as heart disease, strokes, amputations, and blindness. Talk to your doctor, get screened if you're at risk, and learn how to avoid becoming one of the millions of new cases of diabetes each year. You can help prevent type 2 diabetes. A message from CDC and HHS.
All right, welcome back. Media timeout. 7:46 remaining in this contest. Panthers on top by 5. Been a close contested game, I should say, as Jeanette Jackson on the left wing now pulling it back out. On the floor, Larissa Scott, Asha Hampton-Fitch, Alyssa Parker, and Loren Washington, who now has the ball. She pulls it back out, working on the left side, goes up, and she's going to be called for the travel. You know, that little hop jump that they do, they allow it to go, that was traveling back when I was coming up.
It was when I was playing. This Allen Iverson character messed things up for a lot of NBA players.
AI. Practice. Working now are the Hornets, shooting the long jumper. It is no good by Ewart.
Jump ball
got tied up. Was Quintoria Alford alone with the PV Lady Panther. They wanted a foul as Parker was kind of like thrown down.
I guess it was Prairie View's ball.
Well, the possession now was pointing in favor of the Panthers. That's no doubt. Want to give a shout out to my brother Derek Prince. He texted us and let us know that he's listening in Las Vegas, Nevada, and that's always good. Good to see you and love you, man, and thanks for checking in. Bad pass saved by Larissa Scott. Now into the hands of Jeanette Jackson. 13 seconds on the shot clock. 6:53 on the game clock. Jeanette Jackson goes to the far corner. It's no good. The rebound is going to be knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be in possession. A foul charged against Alexis Parker. So the Panthers now still holding on to a 5-point lead, 56-51, 6:48 here in the second half of play. The Panthers in day one of their event, as they are trying to advance to play the winner, or they'll be playing Southern Jags on tomorrow. So now working all the Hornets. There's a big hustle steal by Loren Washington, knocked it out of bounds, and she's going.
I ran across a stat this afternoon when preparing my package in Prairie View A&M since 2006-7 when they went back to the SWAC tournament, 17-2 in postseason.
Woo, my, that's impressive, my man. Whoa, another block by Asa Hammond-Finch, knocked out of bounds. Boy, they are doing some work down in the paint, or the Panthers.
We thought post play disappeared, but on the women's side, it's alive and well.
And I'm a big fan. Oh, there's another shot almost blocked by Asa Hammond-Finch, but a second chance rebound going up, getting it across. Almost got the turnover. Ewood makes the save, working down low, and there's a turnover. Washington comes up with it for the Panthers, and she slows it down. What I was saying, it's a joy watching the women play because they are fundamentally sound, and I say that there's a turnover. Turnover now as Alabama State working down low, going into the paint. There's going to be a hand check as Quintoria Alford was going to try and get the shot off. Larissa Scott charged with the foul.
It'll be a 1-and-1
Well, I'm looking
situation.
at the replay, man. That was a cheap call. Alford makes that first shot, 5:53, and it is 56-52 in favor of the Lady Panthers.
Well, let me tell you, from this point, I always say just win the media timeout, break the game down in the quarters, and go from that point.
Okay, and a scramble off the missed rebound, or the missed free throw, jump ball, and it's going to be possession now in favor of the Hornets.
I haven't seen this many jump balls called in quite some time.
Make you think about crisscross, make you want to jump. How old were you when that song came out, man?
7th grade, because we had a contest. Whoever wrote the most letters could get crisscross to your school.
Inbound pass now, working down low in the post is Alford. Alford goes off the glass, no good. Second chance by Ewert, no good. Coming up and scrambling for it, coming up with is Alford. She throws the baby hook, no good. Coming up with it finally is Loran Washington. 3 opportunities. There's a whistle blown. Not sure. That's the disadvantage of being in the position that we are right now. We can't see what's going on in all the action. So we have to trust Ryan's judgment.
Looks like there was a foul after the Alabama State's last shot. They're trying to figure out, I guess, who to whistle it on. But that is now 25 offensive rebounds.
Did you count those last 3?
Yes, that's 25. I was like,
wow.
I can't believe it.
Wow. Now they're steady discussing. They're at the scorer's table right now discussing the issue at hand. Meanwhile, the Lady Panthers are right at mid-court. They're huddled up. Okay, because she was involved earlier with the scuffle. Ewert was involved earlier with the scuffle. Now there's been a technical foul call.
That's the case. You said, was she whistled for the technical on the scuffle?
Well, they called a double tech earlier.
Must have not been her because she would have been ejected. That would have been her
That's
second.
right. You're absolutely right. So now Jeanette Jackson will go at the free throw line with 5:34, 56-52. The good thing about this, she can make the free throws and get possession of the ball to extend this lead.
This could be a big 4-point swing.
Come on, big little girl. Come on, big little girl. Make it fall. She bounces and she releases, and it gets the shooter's touch. Hit the front of the rim, then to the right side, then finally fell down. If that was a pinball machine, now I know you don't know anything about pinball machine. That's what you call tilt action.
Well, tilt as in the button tilt, or are you actually moving the machine?
No, yeah, hip action, man. That's hip action, man. Second shot on the way, and that one rolls out. See, that was too much tilt, and that one rolls out. That went around the world and jumped out. Didn't like the water and went back on deck.
Well, with Jackson being from Vegas, just like your brother, I think the word tilt means a lot to him down there.
So now the Panthers do get the inbound. They get 1 of 2, 57-52, 5:28 remaining. Jeanette Jackson working it slowly across the time. That was a bad pass, but saved by Parker. Parker gets it to Asa Finch. Finch to Loran Washington on the right wing. Down low, try to get that ball. That ball was blocked, and that's going to be a pushing foul against Washington.
You have to maximize your possessions this late in the game.
Yes, sir. That's going to bring the Hornets to the line as you look at the replay. That's one thing about it. I told you earlier, man, we need a replay booth. And you were telling me you were at some seminar about this, or workshop. We'll get you a chance to talk about that here momentarily. Meanwhile, at the free throw line will be Miss Kiara Page. Kiara Page has 5 points on the night. She's 1 for 1 from the free throw area.
1 and 1.
Make that 2 for 2. 5 minutes and 14 seconds. We're officially 1 minute and 14 seconds away from a media timeout. And our hopes, prayers, and concerns is that the Panthers still have the lead at that time. Second shot is good, and it is a 3-point lead for the Panthers. 57-54 with 5:10 now remaining in the contest. Jeanette Jackson gets it across the line over to Lorraine Washington, who is on the left wing, to Asha Finch at the top. Back over to Jackson, who gets it to Parker, who's at the top of the key, dribbling to her right side. She shoots the long three, and it's good. Alexis Parker from deep downtown.
They don't give her 2-pointer on that one.
They only gave her 2? Okay. Looked like she was from 3. Once again, I guess that foot might have been on the line, so it's only a 2-pointer. 59-54. Panthers on the defense right now, working against Ewart. Ewart gets it across. That shot by Wright is no good. The rebound is knocked away.
Loose ball foul, Alabama State.
Alabama State called with the foul. Panthers will make a good, strong stance right now. If they can hold on.
When they last play Alabama State, they have a 5 that can extend out and hit the jump shot. Brooks never left her position under the basket, so we was fortunate she didn't nail that jumper.
So Asa Hampton Finch will now go to the line to shoot 2. She has 2 points. She's 1 of 4 from the field.
She makes her names on defense.
Misses the first. So now Peebles will come in, and she will give a breather to Miss Alfred, Quintoria Alfred.
So Alabama State is just now rolling in their bigger bodies to try to wear Prairie View down.
Second shot is no good, and the rebound is for the Hornets.
Big shot was missed.
Pushing it now, or the Hornets getting into the penetration. That ball is intercepted by Lorraine Washington, and the Panthers recover from the blown opportunities at the free throw line. Coming up on 4 minutes and 15 seconds now. Panthers still up by 5, 59-54. Their first day of playing here in the SWAC tournament from the Toyota Center. On the far side, going to the corner, stopping is Jackson. She tosses the pass up to Brooks, but she was going to be called for a timeout, and they're going to be doubling up on immediate timeout falling right after that. So we'll pause 30 seconds, and we'll be right back. Well, they're going to go with the immediate timeout, so we'll go with the immediate timeout with 4 minutes remaining. Panthers on top, 59-54. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cool time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
All right, the Prairie View A&M University Lady Panthers, and Ryan is still tangled up. He gets in these breaks and gets tangled up. Coming back is Parker off the inbound pass. And there will be a foul assessed against Alabama State. 3:57. Now the Panthers got to start separating right now, making these free throws count.
And now we're in the double bonus, so we're
in the double bonus, so it's 2-for-1 deals. And we'll see how Parker is able to do. 7 points on the night. Be good to say she has 9 at the completion of these free throw attempts. Well, she has 8, so we're halfway home.
Well, the game's going to be won now by Prairie View A&M. They need to win it on the free throw line because Alabama State's going to try to extend the clock as much as they can.
As Shamaya Brooks is down on the far end of the court, ready to take her position in the post as the second shot is good. Coming across the timeline are the Hornets working right now. And we were talking about the two different side three-point range. We'll talk about that in just a second here. And it could be causing a problem, especially for the Hornets right now. As now working on a good defense by the Panthers. Peebles down in the paint. She shoots that one, misses. A strong rebound, but another block by Shamaya Brooks.
Larissa Scott was the one.
Larissa Scott got the block, but Shamaya Brooks got the rebound on Jamisha Blake. So now the Panthers with 3 minutes and 16 seconds. Jeanette Jackson taking it. Oh, nice give and go, or stop and go. Jeanette Jackson bounced it over to Shamaya. That was a travel.
Shamaya.
She got excited. She looked like she was doing a Texas two-step, even though she's from Atlanta, Georgia.
She had that play already envisioned in her mind. Unfortunately, her feet was 2 seconds behind.
3:09 remaining. Panthers up by 7, 61-54. Mike Prince and Ryan Magenti. I guess this is my new sidekick right now, at least for this tournament. As they're working good defense, another turnover into the hands now of Shamaya Brooks. She now hands it off to Jeanette Jackson.
Run the clock.
2:48 remaining. And basketball is such a fickle sport. Give and go to Loren Washington. Misses. And the rebound is by the Hornets. And here come the Hornets. On the floor now is Kayla Tucker, the three-point dead marksman. And she now gets it into the hands, going up and throwing that one up was Smith. Rebound by Shamaya Brooks.
Well, I love it when Brooks get a rebound. She extends her elbows.
Yes,
and
sir.
Basically, any defender is wise to get way away from it.
They're going to get away from it. Coming to the left side now is Loren Washington. She gets it to Larissa Scott on the right wing. Larissa Scott throws a shot up, no good. She'll go to shoot two. Just got a text from my beloved wife. She said we're sounding good. Who sounds better, Ryan or me? You, honey? Larissa Scott shooting two.
I don't get involved in domestic situations.
First shot is no good.
It's Larissa's shooting angle with the free throws. Just her shoulder is just not where it should be. So you can tell she's changed her stance.
Yeah, she's changed. Well, when she took that, the first two free throws she made was really, for lack of a better word, was just horrible.
Right.
And you can see the restriction from that sleeve that she was wearing.
Well, look at it now. She's shooting at a quarter, almost a geometry's coming into play now. Yeah. Oh, good
rebound by Parker. She goes up and she's fouled.
The freshman is coming up big.
Yeah, she plays strong. Got that one aggressively. Oh, my wife responds back and says Ryan sounds better. Well, I guess I don't have to come home tonight.
Mike, I have an extra bedroom in my house with a restroom. We got a big screen TV.
Big screen TV? I'm in there, man. I'm in there. Back at the line
rent
now.
will be due next week.
You say rent? Hold on, man. I got to get at least 20 days in. Parker at the line. She makes the first one fall, and it's 62-54. Panthers got to keep on staying on the grind right now.
6 of 7 from the free throw line for the freshman.
Yes, for the freshman. That's big for the freshman. 2 minutes and 6 seconds now remaining. Second shot on the way, and it's good. That's good. 9-point lead for the Panthers coming up at 2 minutes remaining.
And look who's still on number 4. Loren Washington.
Loren Washington D'ing up. There's marksman Tucker. Baseline shot attempt is by Peebles. They're going to have that foul assessed to Shamaya Brooks. That was a pretty good foul, though, if you really look at it.
Really, if you look at the replay, it wasn't much of a foul, but, we've been getting breaks, so I'm not going to complain.
Now my wife is trying to make makeup points. Now talking about we both sound great. Too late, honey. And that first free throw is good.
Your wife is from Palestine, Texas?
Palestine.
Okay.
Yeah, don't get say Palestine, man.
Well, she's a native Texan. I'm a native Texan. Sometimes Texans stick together.
Oh, and that's probably more than likely because you're a Cowboy fan too, right? Oh, he got quiet. You are?
I'm not admitting what team. We had a meeting with the Texans the other day, so
okay,
they are friends now.
Okay, they're your friends now. The rebound is by Larissa Scott, and there's a quick hand foul that was going to be charged to Tabitha Bradshaw. And you're going to get a lot of that right now when it's under 2 minutes and you're down by 8. And they got to try to extend this game as much as possible. That's why the Panthers got to make their free throws right now. So going to shoot for the Panthers will be Larissa Scott. And you got to figure they're going to pick on her as long as she's out there on the floor.
0 for 4 from the free throw line today.
Yeah, and we got confidence in you because Prairie View produces what?
Productive people.
All right, so the first shot by Scott is no good. Substitution, a host of subs in now for the Hornets.
Yeah. She's going offense defense from this, so there's going to be a bunch of mass subbing by Alabama State.
And you got to figure that at the next break, just for fouling purposes, you might want to get Larissa Scott out.
Yes.
So you can have a chance because they're going to go to her. They got the injury reports. They know what's going on. She is giving a gallant effort, though. That second shot is good, and that was big. It is now a 10-point lead. Timeout taken by the Panthers. 30-second timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is we're going to take a 30-second as well. We'll be right back. You listen to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of Waller County Athletics.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we provide more than $150 billion each year in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference.
Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
You let us mess with the
all
base.
right,
what happens?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. 30-second timeout. As well as this dance that they call this, what they're doing here, Ryan.
I lost track. I'm still trying to figure out the wobble.
All I know is that they wave to the left and wave to the right. If I wave too hard, I'm going to have to call a doctor. Inbound now for the Hornets. 1:47 remaining. There's a travel. It looked like they could have called travel on right.
Oh, they're going to call a loose ball foul. Loose ball foul underneath the basket.
Loose ball foul is the call. The whistle's blowing. Now it's going to get ticky-tacky. And now I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I said a 10-point lead. I got a little premature. It is a 9-point lead for the Panthers. I like to say an 11 or 12-point lead after this possession.
Well, I can feel safe. 9 is a safe number at this point in the game. My heart's not racing as much.
Jeanette Jackson dribbling, showing ball skills. Oh, my, good crossover. And the hand check is going to be assessed to Kayla Tucker. Couldn't hold on to the little lightning cat from Las Vegas.
I think the referee prematurely blew the whistle because Jackson and even Tucker was surprised. But it kind of went in their favor.
Are you saying she moved that fast? You know what they said about James Cool Papa Bell. I know this is a baseball thing. Said he was so fast that he could turn the lights off, and before they went dark, he would be in the bed. First shot is good by Jeanette. Jump ball, possession arrow, though it's going to be pointing towards the favor of Alabama State.
No, I think it's Prairie View. It is. Or Prairie View.
Okay, we just talked about those jump ball. Back to your whatever the move. What is it? Major League? Was that the name of the move?
I think so. Yes.
Okay. Willie Mays Hayes.
Well, that last play, Alabama State tried to sneak some time and roll the ball. An aggressive player like Washington saw that and took the opportunity.
Larissa Scott still in. She gets the ball now to Jeanette Jackson, who's dribbling and gets it now to Scott. Scott goes into the paint. Oh, and she's fouled. I'm worried about that shoulder now. She was hit hard as she will go to shoot 2 more. Antoinette Brown will be charged with the foul. Man, she is going up. She is showing some heart and determination. As she will go to shoot another pair with 107 is Larissa Scott. The first one, hits the front of the rim and jumps out.
See, knowing Larissa, she wants to be involved in offensive end. At first, she just tried to get rebounds and set the defensive tone, but I think that offensive instinct is kicking in. See, notice she's trying to penetrate every time she gets the ball now.
There is a 30-second timeout right now, 107 remaining, 66-55, Panthers on top. We're going to stay right here. Ryan, first of all, it's been a joy having you up here, man. What's your experience been like for you so far?
I'm enjoying it because first you get to do it with someone you enjoy working with. That makes it much easier. And second, anytime to spread the word of Prairie View and something we do 40 hours a week plus and to let the masses hear it is something we get enjoyment of doing because you don't get a chance to hear it too much. And if we got to put it on our backs and spread the word, that's easy work for us to do because we enjoy doing it.
Very good. Thank you very much. It's a joy for us to do it. Being an alumnus, both of us being alumnus, we kind of connected pretty deep, man. What about that blue and white thing? We won't talk about that right now. As the shot on the way from Scott is no good, but going in strong with the rebound was Parker.
The freshman came up big once again.
Wow. Only 1 second was removed off of that. So they are going to allow Parker to go to shoot 2 more. They are in the double bonus right now.
That's a great thing. 7 of 8 from the line. So
the Panthers, I almost want to say, if they make 2 more of these free throws, I can almost say it's time to get the big girl to puckering up right now, man, or warming up the vocals. Because she's going to have to start singing after a while.
That's why I wish you knew this Joe's Check song, because what you just said, he had a
Turn
song.
off the lights?
No, big girls don't bump. Hey, it was big in the 60s,
okay? The second shot is good. 67-55. The Panthers on top. 1 minute exactly remaining. Panthers now spreading it off. And there's a steal by Jeanette Jackson going on a fast break. Gets it off the glass, and it's good.
18-2. I can smell it in postseason play.
My. 46 seconds remaining. The Panthers are still up. The long jumper by Tucker's no good. Knocked out and back into her hands.
Foul.
And we didn't get a chance to complete it. There's a foul. There are 2 3-point lines on the court. There's a red one, which is really for the NCAA, and then the white one where the Rockets play at. And the majority of the jumpers that the Hornets have been trying have been from the Rockets' 3-point line. And I think because they see that one, they realize they got 2 more feet they can get in to make the jumper, as that free throw is good by Tucker, makes it 69-56.
And there are also 2 charging arcs under the basket also. So different and also blocks for the free throw line.
So that ball was missed, or the free throw was missed and picked up by Tucker. She shoots the 3. It's no good.
NBA 3.
Yes, sir. And there's a scrap basket, and that was Miss Shantae Smith. Makes it 69-58, 24.6 seconds. Time. Well, she ran across the floor and said, hey, time out, I want to stop.
In heels.
In heels, and she's already tall. And when she wears her heels, you look up to her and say, yes, ma'am. So, look here, Ryan, we're going to let you help us out a little bit today. We're going to let you pick our player of the game. And, of course, when the opportunity comes up, if we could get them up here to do a post-game interview, and would like to get Coach Brown if we could. But who would you say is our player of the game? I already see some numbers, but who would you say?
I'm going to be honest with you. Even though the stats says Jeanette Jackson, I have to give it to Alexis Parker.
Okay.
Because you look up, 8 of 10 from the free throw line, and when Jackson was cold to begin the second half, she made the big shots to get everything going, and then once Jackson got comfortable and figured out the defense, it paved the way.
So you say Alexis Parker would be our player of the game?
And there's a story behind her also. I will let her tell it to you, but I'll tell you off the air, and then we'll come back and tell you about it on the air.
Okay, then maybe we can set up an exclusive interview for her, and we could possibly try and have it throughout the duration of this tournament right now. That would be a good thing. So if you could work that magic, of getting Miss Parker up here with us, that would be a big thing for us. And we're getting here completing the last 20 seconds of this contest. Jeanette Jackson gets us to Osterhammer fence. She misses that short jumper from the left side. The rebound is by the Hornets, pushing it down the floor, now stopping, shooting from within the NCAA 3 was Miss Ashante Smith. So it's not quite over with yet. It's 69-61 with 9.4 seconds. So now you got to get all of your best free throw shooters back into the game right now if you're Coach Brown.
Yes, sir. I think Larissa is back on the bench, so they did follow your philosophy. And from what I can see, they're putting Taylor Overshown into the game now. I'm not sure who she's subbing in for, but Taylor has been one of those spark plugs also toward the end of the year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it's going to get very interesting, which is what always makes basketball so a unique sport, if you will. In most cases like this, in baseball, football is pretty much, hey, you know what the outcome's about to be. And a pretty good crowd here today for a 5:30 game. And things are picking up pretty good. We've played just a little bit over 2 hours. As breaking through the press was Washington. Shamaya Britt looked like she wanted to slam that one. And she gets the bank in. And with that, it's going to give the Panthers a 10-point victory, 71-61. Panthers on top. What do you got, Ryan?
Big win. It's close. The Prairie View held on, did what they had to do. And they're 18-2 in postseason play. And tomorrow is a date with top-seeded Southern, who they played tough last week. Prairie View has the edge just from a postseason experience. They know what to do when the lights come on.
Well, they do know what to do when the lights come on, and the Panthers will take on the Southern Jags on tomorrow. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with our post-game show. You listen to the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
This is a world of possibilities. A world in which people who put their minds to something can really make a difference.
My goal is to help the environment.
Someday I'll find a cure for cancer.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we believe that aspiring minds can achieve anything. So we dedicate ourselves to making sure everyone has an opportunity to go to college. Each year, we provide more than $150 billion in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference.
Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
In the last 30 years, childhood obesity in America has tripled. Today, 1 in 3 kids is already overweight or obese. This is registered dietitian Melissa Joy Dobbins for the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Good nutrition is key to fighting childhood obesity. These tips can help your child stay healthy. Recruit them to the kitchen. Preparing meals teaches kids about healthy foods like lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and low-fat dairy. Make sure to get 60 minutes of physical activity every day. Make it a family activity. And avoid sugary or caffeinated beverages. Give kids water, low-fat milk, and 100% fruit juices. To keep your whole family healthy, see a registered dietitian and visit www.eatright.org. Encouraging you to eat right, I'm registered dietitian Melissa Joy Dobbins with the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics.
This broadcast has been made possible by the support of the Prairie View Athletic Club. The Prairie View Athletic Club is a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics. For more information on becoming a member of the Prairie View Athletic Club, send your email to pvathletic.club pvathletic.club@gmail.com. That email address again is pvathletic.club@gmail.com. Prairie View Athletic Club, a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Lady Panthers will advance to take on the Southern Lady Jaguars tomorrow. But right now, we've been blessed to have the athletic director for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, Mr. Ashley Robertson. How you doing, sir?
Doing good. How you doing?
All right. Well, hey, the girls come up playing strong. The guys have been making a statement. You got to be feeling pretty good right now with everything.
Feeling pretty good. You know, we're just going to take one day at a time. You know, we're going to take each game and take it one day at a time. You know, our women are playing well. Our men are playing well. Had a nice win from our men last night. You know, we 8 seed came out and knocked off the top seed. So very good win for our men. For our men. And our women had a good showing today.
Yes, sir. Now, with you being the mastermind of putting all this together from the athletic point of view, and there's some things that are bigger than winning and losing. There are a lot of people who only look from the outside in, and even though they're fans, and you have to respect the wishes of fans, but there's a lot to keep this machine going. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it takes a lot to get things going, you know. And my number one thing as an athletic director is just the welfare of the student athlete, you know. I tell my coaches, yeah, we're going to win some ball games, we're going to lose some ball games, but the number one thing I want to do is take care of our student athletes. I feel like you take care of your student athletes academically and on the playing field, the wins will come.
The wins will definitely come. It's been like 2 seasons. There are 3 seasons. You have your non-conference, then you have your conference play, then you have your tournament play. Let's be honest, it was a rough road for Coach Rim, but the guys are gelling at the right time.
Yeah, you know, basketball is all about, I always say it's not how you start the season, it's always how you finish the season. And, in basketball, you look at it as an athletic director, you have a team that's 16-2 in the regular season and win the regular season, championship, but we lose out the first round of the tournament, Which one would you rather have, a 16-2 seed or a team that wins the SWAC tournament and take you on the first round of NCAA tournament?
Give me the tournament, please. I'll take the tournament for $100.
Right.
Now, speaking of the tournament, there was a controversial decision made, and I'm not going to try to put you on the spot, but people need to know, as a hindsight looking, it turned out to be a pretty good decision. Would you agree with that right now?
Yeah, I think it turned out to be a good decision. What people don't understand is about the student athlete. It's not about the administrators. It's not about the conference. It's always about the student. And anytime you're not giving a student an opportunity to compete when he did what he's supposed to do, a lot of those penalties are from 4 or 5 years ago. So, we have to look at the bigger scope of things and think about the student athlete first.
Well, the student athlete has been good. I know you got your heart is part back at Mississippi Valley, but when we first met, the first time we talked, and I believe what kind of helped us kind of get off on the right, it's not just about your individual schools, but it's about the conference. And when one school does well, all do well, and just vice versa. If one gets a black eye, then they all get a black eye. But it shows some solidarity on how these schools band together, not just in the Southwest Athletic Conference, but in the MEAC and the CIAA, and that's got to speak volumes on getting the whole message that united we stand.
Right, and it's about a team effort. You think about student athletes. When you go out to hire students once they graduate, student athletes make your best hire. They got good time management. They got good team. You're used to working with a team. So, it's all about a team. It's not, everybody can say I, but it's all about a team. And I think as a conference, we come together as unity. We all can make some big things happen in this tournament.
Very good. Now, the venue here at the Toyota Center, a good venue, considering how monstrous this place is to some of the arenas you're used to playing in. Are you looking forward to the future of having it here?
I'm looking forward to it. You know, I always say it's a good recruiting tool when you can always recruit your student athletes and say you're playing in the NBA arena or you're playing in the NFL arena. You know, we got our first game of the season at Reliance Stadium. You know, that's a big recruiting tool for our football program.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, anytime you can put your student athlete in a professional arena or in a professional atmosphere, I think it's a plus for your student athlete. It's all about the student athlete experience.
It's all about the experience, and your experience under the belt now with the first year as the athletic director, but not new to the campus of Prairie View as we get our final stat sheets going in. Now I'm going to let the old basketball player come out of you and share what you're seeing as far as consistency going across the board.
I mean, if you look at Jeanette Jackson, you know, she's been consistent across the board. You know, in my opinion, she should have been MVP of the conference. You know, but you know that's good. You know, our girls was fired up when the conference, you know, came out. You know, our coach told me they had one of the best practices this week. You know, when it came out, you know, she got first team, and you know we had no other players on our team to receive all conference. So, you know, she's been consistent across the board. If you look at any player consistent across the board, she's been consistent across the board with her numbers.
Now, one thing that I have to give Coach Brown credit for, she's a mastermind at getting these girls and getting in her heads.
Right.
And I know she used that to her advantage, and I can't wait to get with her at the post-game interview to see how she responded.
Know, Coach Brown does a great job. You know, she does a great job communicating with the student athletes. She does a great job motivating the student athletes and a great job recruiting. You know, anytime you have a young coach that played the game of basketball and can relate to the student athletes, I think that's a plus. That's a big plus in a coach.
Well, speaking of a big, I didn't mean to cut you off. Speaking of a big plus right now, the Lady Panthers advanced. They will play against the Lady Southern Jags tomorrow. The men will be playing against the winner of tonight's contest right now between the Alabama State Bulldogs and the Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions. We are going to have to go toward the press conference break, but this has been a joy. I've had the opportunity to speak with Athletic Director Ashley Robertson for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. Anything you'd like to share before we wrap up?
The best is yet to come. Go Panthers.
Go Panthers. Thanks a lot, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the Panthers victorious. We are going to sign off for right now, saying God bless, good night, and we'll see you on the other side.
That is going to conclude our broadcast today here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Thank you for joining us and making this broadcast possible. If you would have views, expressions, or comments about today's broadcast, feel free to visit us at ktorradio.com, or you can send us an email at ombnetwork@gmail.com. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics.